Just over a year ago, my wife and I seen this advertisement, and we came to recruitmentstartup.net that were offering people the opportunity to open their own recruitment agency.
I set up my business in recruitment because I saw the potential in the market. The business itself is a growing business. Money is there to be made in that field.
Hutch Recruitment was started approximately 2 years ago. It was done predominantly, initially it was all done with Joe Davis's help from Recruitment Startup.
I had been working in the city and I had been working such long hours. I just really got tired of it, and I wanted to do something that gave me my own flexibility.
The reason why I came to Recruitment Startup was because I went through the market, I studied other companies, saw the service that they provide, and I found that Recruitment Startup's service and support was second to none.
Joe basically helped the owner of the company, Nico Haupt, to develop a tender, go through a tender process, go through setting up the contracts, etc. And Nico then built on from there.
Both my wife and I came, and I still remember the first meeting. Joe was very nice, very pleasant, and I think at that stage we were also still kind of unsure. Both my wife and I had never been in recruitment before.
Now, this training wasn't like just training and then I start doing my business. It was I start doing my business from day one, but they would help me and provide the support for me in that 12 weeks.
Recruitment Startup gives all the support for my business.
Once the business was sort of up and running, obviously with Joe's intervention at all stages and levels of the business, I was brought in to manage and control the business.
From the very first meeting, from the initial meeting, Joe really relaxed us, and he explained to us in detail everything about how to start the business.
First, they gave me a website to run my business. They gave me all the business materials that I needed to run my business.
I started office in Manchester, and now expanded up to 7 staffs in my business.
I think one of the key things that helped us to establish the business was the training that we received. It was the support. Especially for us, not coming from a recruitment background, neither a sales background, one of the key things that we really found useful was that for each training that we met with Joe, he actually took us through step by step of the process of how to get clients. So we should actually come for the training, my wife and I, and Joe took us through the process of calling clients. This is how you speak to clients, and he did that continually. He also took us through the process of calling candidates. So I think that was really key for us in being able to become confident, to be able to start up in recruitment.
They got me the jobs. They showed me how to make placements for these jobs. I made those placements. Then it was my turn to get the jobs, but obviously it was hard, but they showed me how to get those jobs again.
When I stepped into the business, I got the first job from Recruitment Startup. They helped me. Recruitment Startup helped me to get the first vacancies.
And after we made the first placement, it's like the doors opened. We made 5 placements, one after the other. And that was the total of £39,000 that we billed within the space of 6 weeks.
Hutch Recruitment has grown enormously in the last year, from a turnover of approximately just under $1 million. It's almost doubled to 2 million.
Now, the first thought for us was we just couldn't believe that. My wife and I were like, that was more than my salary, after all the long hours working in the city. And all of a sudden, in the space of 6 weeks, to end up billing £39,000.
So they were there for me. So it wasn't that I started my business and then I was left alone. They were there all the time for me to help me get to where they said they would help me get to.
That structure is very well organized, and that structure makes me 100% perfect, because every month I know what I'm doing and my employees what they are doing, and how much I'm expecting the revenue from my employees, and my employees, they know what I'm expecting from them.
And again, Joe has been actively involved through every single process, right down to training of staff, assisting with client searching, assisting with the actual health and safeties and the laws and so on and so forth in setting up an office.
Just before Christmas, we made our first international placement. Joe has helped me to grow the business internationally. So my wife and I started off with clients here in London. Today, 1 year later, just over a year later, we've got clients out in the Caribbean, in Dubai, in Qatar, in Singapore, in Ireland.
I got many contracts. That's big multinational clients. So I believe it's all because of the biggest support from recruitment startup to tele-recruitment.
The structure that I've set my business, I only need to put in maybe 4 hours a day and meet the targets I've set myself. So I don't have to work 9 to 5 every day anymore. That's why now I'm getting more time to do other stuff, enjoy life more now.
The benefits to us has been incredible. I mean, obviously financially, we didn't think that we could earn amounts such as this. It hasn't even been, over the first period since we started, we've earned £62,000, and that's even before we've taken into account new placements that we've made. So financially, it's been incredible.
Even though I only just new to the business, my future plan is to expand my business very well, to expand my business around the globe.
The other highlight for me has been being able to, with this flexibility, being able to work from different locations. And one of the placements that I actually made was while sitting on a beachfront in an internet cafe in Spain, getting news from a client, setting up an interview there, and actually placing a client from Spain. And even when I've been in negotiations with the client, it's always been so reassuring to be able to call Joe and say to him, listen, I'm faced with this issue. And Joe has always been able to give me advice as to what to do and point out things.
And also I'm trying to attract business in Asia. So even though I'm based in Manchester, the business I can run everywhere.
And last year, July, I actually took 3 months off. After making the first 6 placements, I took 3 months off to actually just relax and go on a holiday.
I would recommend Recruitment Startup to my friends and family because, as I've said, I've experienced this service that they provide, and it wasn't something that they promised me and didn't deliver to me. Whatever they promised, I'd say they over-delivered rather than delivering. So yes, I would tell my friends, whoever's looking into go into the recruitment field, to come and see Recruitment Startup or take their support and service, which is second to none, as I said.
I would if I was starting it myself, I would definitely go to someone like Joe Davis. It's a complete all-in-one package, whereby you can rest assured that when you go in, you're going to be successful, because Joe will give you all the necessary keys to be able to make a business successful, and it's entirely up to you from there.
And I don't have enough words to thank recruitmentstartup.net. And I'd just like to encourage anyone, if you're listening to this, both my wife and I, we started out with no experience in recruitment. We had our doubts, but we can see now how our lives have just changed completely, and how the business is so effective, and how much we've learned thanks to recruitmentstartup.net.